And now, Chief Meteorologist Chad Merrill with your full 7-day forecast.
All vessels and seasonal slips bank 1 through 45 on the Summersville Lake must be checked out no later than Wednesday, August 28th, and the Summersville Lake water level is being lowered due to the epic drought in place. Farther north of the Youghiogheny Lake, this is in Pennsylvania, officials were forced to end the boating season altogether before Labor Day. The gas station closed down August 24th and all boats were removed. The rentals were pulled on August 3rd. Not only is the drought instigating low water levels in the Youghiogheny and Summersville Lake, ending the boat season before Labor Day, we are at I-79 in Burnsville, West Virginia, and all these leaves behind me have already changed color and will drop off prematurely well before the peak of the fall foliage season in October. Keep in mind, while the trees look gorgeous right now at the end of August, it's way too early, and that means an early start to the wildfire season. Heed the message from our friend Smokey Bear, because these high fire risk days will be abundant through the fall season. So do we have any temporary short-term relief from the heat and the dry spell? Let's go into the studio and find out. One of the indices that we are tracking is the drought intensification potential, and this just updated a couple of days ago, and notice we are in the second highest to highest level. That means we have a lot of evaporation and very little in the way of rainfall. That means this drought will continue to grow in severity and expand across West Virginia. We are in the same classification as California. So when you see these colors, these deep red colors, that means a flash drought is likely to develop. We're already beyond that stage. Or the drought that's in place currently is going to continue to unfold and get more intense and more severe. Just this month alone, folks, we are 2.5 inches behind average. Now, today, one of the causes and effects of the drought, the effect, I should say, is that temperatures warm up very quickly. 94 degrees. Debbie sent this photo from Lansing, West Virginia, and her thermometer will read about 1 or 2 degrees hotter tomorrow. We've cooled down into the low 70s to the north, 68 in Union, 73 in Pipestem, 69 in Bluefield. Now, we have mostly clear skies. There's a couple of showers up towards Durban, but those are going to fall apart quickly. Now, we have a storm complex right here from Chicago all the way back north of St. Louis, but this activity is going to peter out well before it even reaches the Ohio Valley. We are protected by high pressure. We do have the pressure rising a bit, so fewer aches and pains due to the weather. 76 in Chicago, but here's our pattern change. 61 degrees in Fargo. This is a cold front which will eventually move south and east. We still have 2 more days, that is Wednesday and Thursday, with temperatures well above average before we tap into this front and temperatures below average across Billings, Montana, and the northwestern part of the United States. High pollen count for ragweed and grasses. Tomorrow's high, 91. Guess what? That'll tie a record for the day. We are 90 on Thursday. Now, Thursday afternoon, there will be 1 or 2 gusty storms. I think the best potential will be in the Greenbrier Valley. There's going to be a cold front move south and east across New England into the mid-Atlantic, but it's going to come up against the eastern flank of the Alleghenies. So areas east of Sandstone Mountain have the best chance on Thursday. And then a 30% risk on Friday, but then a cold front comes in from the west on Saturday. That's when we finally get a couple of showers for most of you listening or watching out there. 60% risk. This is not a drought breaker by any stretch of the imagination. It does cool us down, though, by early next week with highs in the 70s, overnight lows in the 50s. So finally, a good chance for a couple of showers, and the heat will break early next week. That's your 7-day forecast. We've got more news and sports right after the break.